Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhrumaketu Ganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Pakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Siklam Bharadharam Vishtum Sasivaradam Chapurjam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopadanteye Yasya Garadavatrabhya Parishadhya Parasvatam Vigham Vignanti Satatam Vishpaksenam Tamasraye Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheswaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Akishtakarine Namo Vedanta Debhyaya Gurave Buddhi Sakshine Krishna Dvaipaya Namvyasam Sarva Bhuta Hiteratam Vedabhya Bhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Janmadhyasya Yataha Anvayate Yataratascha Artheshu Abhignaha Sparat Tene Brahmahridaya Adikavaye Mukhyantiyat Surayah Tejovali Mudam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Mrusha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastakohakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Dharmaha Prochidhakaitavotra Paramodasmat Saranam Satam Vedhyam Vastavam Atra Vasta Sivadam Tapatrayon Molanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krute Kimva Pare Visvaraha Sadhyo Hrudi Avarudhyatehe Atra Krutubhiki Susrushubhiki Satshanat Vigama Kalpataro Galitam Palam Sukamakat Amrita Drava Samjitam Vibhata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasikaha Bhuvi Bhavukaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Now with the Bhagavan's grace, let us continue from where we left off in our last session. We came up to Slokam 24 in Adhyayam 29, Skandam 3. Now just quickly summarizing 21 through 24 in Slokam 21 through 24, so that we can continue with 25, which we will take up today. So we can understand the meanings continuously. Bhagavan says that disregarding my presence in who is the indweller in all the beings in the world, people make a big show of worshipping me in various images, image form. Now, if a man disregards me who is present in every being as its indweller, as a soul, and also master, and but ignorantly worships only the image, such worship is as useful as offering ghee to ashes in yajna. It is useless. Another point is, a man who actually harms others, derides other beings, in whom I am equally present, but derides him, because he's proud and haughty and all that, and considers that Bhagavan is somebody different from him, that person will never attain peace of mind, will never be peaceful. Also, when a man disregards and persecutes and harms and makes other beings suffer, but worships only me in images with great fanfare and all kinds of rituals and various offerings and all that, I'm not at all pleased with that for him for offering such worship. Which means basically these are the four slokams that we took up, 21 to 24. Basically it means, well, I'm present in all beings, be aware of that fact. Treat everybody lovingly. Don't harm others and come to the temple or to the puja room and perform all kinds of rituals, in fanfare. I'm not at all pleased. And if you disregard me present in others and considering Bhagavan is different from you and you're proud and haughty and all that, you'll never be peaceful. Never be peaceful. It's a peace of mind we will never get. So these are the points we covered. Now, so what should I do then? Okay, these are the things I should not do. For that, let us begin with Slokam 25. Archat avarchayete Ishvaram mam sakarma krite yavat na veda sahrudi sarvabhuteshu avasthitam. Archat avarchayete Ishvaram mam sakarma krite yavat na veda sahrudi sarvabhuteshu avasthitam. Archat avarchayete Ishvaram mam sakarma krite yavat na veda sahrudi sarvabhuteshu avasthitam. So, overall meaning is, so what I should do, man then should worship me in forms, in images. Nothing wrong in that. Form worship is actually facilitates the development of bhakti. It's an easier path, and it leads to the formless progressively. But along with worshipping an image and a form, I must also discharge my duties that includes loving all and serving all. Love all and serve all. Until the man realizes my presence in himself and in all other beings. This is what he should do. Okay? Padarthangal Archa Adau. Archat Avarchayet. Archat Avarchayet is Archadau Archayet. I broke it the wrong way. Archadau Archayete. So let us correct that. I'll read the slokam again. 1 second. Archadau Archayete. Ishvaram Mam Sakarbhakrate. Archa Adau. Beginning with worship. Worship what? Archayete. The form worship. Beginning with worshipping a form. Now, important in this is to recall Bhagavan's teaching. When I worship a form, I select a form that appeals to me, that my mind accepts readily. My mind relates to it naturally. Right? Once I select a form that I really like, then I must love that form more and more and more and more. Very important. I cannot change the form, and I must not do that. Mind will not accept it. It will resist. It will rebel. So it's important to select a form that I automatically like. Selection is not a conscious effort. All of us are automatically, naturally attracted to one form or another of Bhagavan, one slokam or another, one name or another. It really doesn't matter. But I must hold on to it steadfastly and love that more and more. That worshipping that form will lead me to formless. So Archa Adau Archayete. Worshipping, beginning with worshipping an image, a form, a deity. Okay. Okay, 1 second. So then what I should do? Tavat Ishvaram Mam Sva Karma Krute. Tavat, how long should I begin? Archa Adau, I begin worship. Tavat, how long should I begin? Then, how long should I begin? Sarvabhuteshu avasthitam. One who's present in all bhutangal, all beings, Mam, me, Sarvabhuteshu avasthitam Mam, Sahrudi, in keeping in his heart, Yavat na Veda, as long as he doesn't recognize me in his heart, which means as I become less and less selfish, more and more selfless, more and more naturally, intrinsically serving all others and loving others, putting others' interests and needs over mine. And as I become better at this, when somebody else is hungry, I must feel that pang of hunger, not intellectually, but I must literally experience that. That's how we must become. So, Yavat Swahrudi Yavat Naveda. Till the time that I have not experienced me who is present in all beings, Tavat, till that time, Sakarma Krute, doing his prescribed duties meaning not only ritualistic duties, Swakarma Krute, all the actions that come to him or prasadam from Bhagavan. Every single piece of action is a tool for refinement, tool for purifying the mind. How to keep offering that action, offering the results of the action to Bhagavan in a worshipful manner and not bothered with the results of the action, not concerned with it. Okay? Then that itself is a beautiful worship. So that's Sakarma Kriti, and must continue to do that. Archadau, the worshipping, the Archa form, the image, the form of Bhagavan, that Iswaram Archayete. Sarvabhuteshu Avastitam Iswaram Archayete. One who, again, you can use a Sarvabhuteshu Avastitam here also. The overall meaning is, till the time I do not realize or experience the Bhagavan who is present, the indweller in all beings, as well as in my own self, till I experience that, till the time I experience that in my Hridayam, because Bhagavan who is present in my Hridayam is present everywhere else. Okay, the whole cosmos is a reflection of my mind only, nothing more than that, nothing less. So the moment I experience the Bhagavan who is present in my Hridayam, once I touch him and experience him, automatically I begin to experience him everywhere else. Till the time, I must continue to do all the actions that come my way in the prescribed manner, which is Mat Karmakrit, Mat Paramo, Mat Bhaktaha, the greatest instruction from Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita. Okay? So doing that, offering the results to him, not bothered with it, till that time I must Archadau Iswaram Archayete. I must continue to worship the form of Bhagavan that I have selected, that I am attracted to naturally. Okay? Archadau Archayete Iswaram Mam Sarva Karma Krite Yavat Naveda Swahrudi Sarvabhuteshu Avastitam. Number 26. Okay. Now, what about Swami? I'm quite selfish and self-centered and focused only on my own needs. As long as a man is self-centered and makes an absolute distinction between himself and others, which means this is mine and that is yours. I will not share this with you. I will put my interests first. Okay? Those various things that we go after in life, right? That is what Bhagavan is talking about right way back. Okay, it's a caution and warning and instruction to all of us. As long as I'm self-centered and make an absolute distinction between myself and others, without recognizing the same one Bhagavan who is present in me as well as in others, I will be in this case, if I do that, the subject to the great fear of death. Mahabhayam. Okay? Mahato bhayate is what Bhagavan says in Gita. This death, the thing of death is one of great fear to people. As long as I continue to be selfish and differentiate and put the others as different from me, not considering, not paying attention to the truth, that it's the same Kshetrajna, same Bhagavan present in me as well as others, I will continue to be subject to the great fear of death. That is number 26. Atmanaha cha parasyapi yaha karoti antara ut aram tasya bhinna dhrusaha mrityuhu vidadhe bhayam albanam. Slokam number 26. Atmanaha cha parasyapi yaha karoti antara ut aram tasya bhinna drutaha mrityuhu vidadhe bhayam ulbhanam. Atmanaha cha parasyapi yaha karoti antara ut aram tasya bhinna drutaha mrityuhu vidadhe bhayam ulbhanam. Yaha, who, Atmanaha cha parasya api. Atmanaha cha, for myself, parasya api, with others, to myself and to others, aram ut. Aram ut means even the slightest amount. Antaram kurute, differentiates, he differentiates, the differentiation he does. Even the slightest differentiation he does. The implicit is that the same entity is present, I'm not paying attention to that, but I differentiate. Then, to him, Bhinna Drutaha Tasya. Bhinna Drutaha, one who looks at it in a differentiated manner, in question of differences only, not on unity. Bhinna Drutaha, the Vedadarshi, in Sanskritam, Tasya, to him, Mrityuhu Vivanam Bhayam Vidadhe. Mrityuhu, the death, the form of death, which is what I really am, okay, Mrityuhu, Vivanam Bhayam, great fear, Vidadhe, I give him, I make it happen. Okay? A person who differentiates even the slightest bit between himself and others, I give him great fear of death. Okay? Now, where does the selfishness comes in? My differentiation, the root cause of that is only selfishness, isn't it? If I have something, I say this is mine and that is you. Now I want to benefit here and not this. So that itself causes, that is all originating only from selfishness, which is called swartham in Sanskritam. The swartham is something we have to get out of. Now, there is in life, a certain amount of selfishness in our life, it's okay, but not too much of it. Slowly, you must get rid of it. One quick anecdote that occurs to me with Bhagavan today, the very important thing that is always guiding me in my life is what happened when Rama and Bharata and Shatrugna and Lakshmana were all small children. And they used to, in the evening, they used to play outside, and then before coming back home for their bath and dinner or whatever else, right? Very beautifully, they used to play very many games. One day, Bharata came rushing to Kausalya's room, palace where she was, and and Kausalya was shocked. Why, Bharata, why are you crying? And Bharata said, no, Amma, Rama let me win today. That's what he said. He said, Rama let me win in the game today. And a couple of minutes later, Rama walks in with a very nice, beautiful smile on his face. And he said, Amma, what happened today? Bharata won today. See, this is a beautiful example of how one should lead the life. Live for the success of others. The question of competition, from the lesson of competition that one learns, that we have gone the wrong way in our life, it's not competing with others. Absolutely not. You always do the best you can in any given thing. But to make others lose is not good. Okay? And there's a beautiful anecdote that touched me from the time I heard it a number of years ago. So I'll share it with you. So that is very important. This approach to life is a tool to reduce one's selfishness. And as I reduce my selfishness, automatically my heart expands and includes everybody, all other beings into my life. So then slowly the differentiation slowly starts disappearing. So long as the disappearance is there, then I will have to be subject to the great fear of death. Atmanaha cha parasyapi yat karoti antara uttaram tasya bhinna dhrusaha mrutyuhu vijade bayam ulbanam. Now, next slokam, number 27. So, Bhagavan has now taught us image worship is beautiful, facilitates the development of Bhakti, but how not to do it, and then how to do it. Then, in that process, reduceness, selfishness. So, what the root cause has been given, right, of why I'm not recognizing the same Bhagavan in me as who is present in others because of the selfishness. Another example that I learned, I'll share with you before we take up 27. The whole cosmos is one body, cosmic body, we say in English, right? And that is true. It's all Bhagavan. In Bhagavatam, in the beginning itself, we saw, how the various things are all different parts of Bhagavan only, right? So you, me, and everybody is part and parcel of the same body. It's a body of love, body of prema. Now, in my body, physical body, okay, when I take a food, for example, the food gets distributed beautifully to all parts of the body. There's no selfishness there. The stomach doesn't say, I'm going to hold it back. Right from my small toe to my brain, the blood circulates, right, equally, sharing the nutrition and carrying the waste away from everything. That is how we should live. That mentality, if we develop, that every being, everything in this universe is the same body, right? Same part of the same body, but performing different functions, yes. But there is fundamentally one body. Then there is no differentiation. The selfishness will slowly decrease and will vanish eventually. Now, 27. So Bhagavan says, so I must overcome the self-centered life. How should I do that? I should serve all beings with, now the word that he uses is very interesting. He said, Dhana manabhyam. He said, Dhana manabhyam is the word he's going to use. That's translated in English as gifts, for example, okay, which you give to friends and everybody else, and also friendliness. Okay, we should charitable. Gift is better than gift is the better word probably is being charitable to everyone. Charitable means not with a sense of superiority. Would you say a tree in your backyard is charitable to you in giving oxygen? It should be like that. Parasparam bhavayate is what Bhagavan says in Slokam 10 in Adhyayam 3 in Bhagavad Gita, okay? And so we must mutually share things we have. So if all of us can live in the question of in peacefully and in harmony. That attitude is what we're talking of. When you say dhana mananyapi, we're going to come to that word in a minute. So the meaning of the next slokam is overcome the feeling of the self-centered life, the separateness, because that the selfishness causes. We serve everybody, serve all with love, with charity, charitable attitude, and with honor, right? Respect every being, love every being, and be charitable to them. And when you do this, recognizing the experience that you are actually serving me, this one entity who's present in every being. The interesting thing is, when you do that, seriously you do that, you not only experience me who's present in every being, you also experience me who's present in you. And this is the beauty. This is a beautiful touch of unity, the taste of unity, touch of oneness, not even unity, touch of oneness that you experience. That is what 27 is. Slokam 27. 27. Yeah. Athamam sarva bhuteshu bhutatmanam kritalayam arhayet dhanamanabhyam maitraya abhinnena chakshusha athamam sarvabhuteshu bhutatmanam kritalayam arhayet dhanamanabhyam maitraya abhinnena chakshusha athamam sarvabhuteshu bhutatmanam kritalayam arhayet dhanamanabhyam maitrya chakshusha. Atha therefore, bhutatmanam sarva bhuteshu krita alayam. Alayam means temple, kovil, we say, right? But that is only one alayam. Alayam, when we say alayam, immediately we think of temple only. There is alayam, the Sanskrit word, means a bhojanalayam, for example, where food is served, okay? And vidyalayam for university, college, school, and all that. So, alayam itself means temple, which is a beautiful meaning for it, which means where Bhagavan is residing, okay? And so, when you take it that way, sarvabhuteshu bhutatmanam krita alayam. See, Bhagavan is present and to various embodiments in all the bhutanga. Bhutanga means not ghosts, it's all the beings. Remember, not both the visible and invisible forms, both the thoughts, emotions, feelings, imaginations we have, etc., as well as the various gross forms and all that. And the sarvabhuteshu bhuta atmanam. So he is the indweller. The sarvabhuteshu krita alayam, and being there, he activates all these embodiments, all the various bodies, and activates. Mam, one to me, sarvabhuteshu bhutatmanam kritalayam mam, atha therefore, to me who is present in all beings and in all various embodiments and make them active and functioning this cosmos, right? Kritalayam. And that when Bhagavan he is present, so it is definitely an alayam, a temple, not only the Garbhagraham that we go and worship in temples, right? Bhagavan is present everywhere. That feeling, mindset, keep on reminding myself to that. So what we should do, Nam, Dhana Manabhyam Maitraya. Dhanam. Dhanam immediately means we think gift, charity and all that. There are different types of dhanam. Vidya dhanam is there, dhana dhanam is there. Then physical help, labor that we give to others to help somebody. So many ways. But the dhanam is not what I do. It's not the charity, that the action of charity that I do. No, absolutely not. Okay? See, dhanam and dhanyavadaha, dhanyosmi, these are all Sanskrit words that come beginning with the same root aksharam. What is important is that the dha indicates recognizing the divinity, the sacredness, and sanctifying whatever I do with the attitude of worship, of selflessness, attitude of offering. That is dhanam. So my whole life could be godhanam, where we give gifts of cows, gifts of houses to people, we give various ornaments, give food, give education, okay, give discourses. These are all vidya dhananga, but these are all various forms of it. But the attitude behind it, the manapannai, as we say in Tamil, okay, that is the most important. That should be one of offering and worshipping Bhagavan and being aware of the sacredness of the opportunity given to perform that work and carrying it out in tremendous reverence and gratitude. So every action must be like that, because sarvabhuteshu bhutatmanam kritalayam. Please remember that. That is one. Then dhanam, manam. Manam means reverence and respect and honor. So I cannot take anybody as inferior or anybody as superior or any other being as inferior, any other being as superior. Please, very important to develop this mindset. But honor and respect everything as an embodiment of divinity. So dhana manabhyam maitreya. Maitri means we say friend and then we move away. See, Maitra means not just a friend. Friend is an English word that doesn't capture it fully. Maitra means sincerely wishing the well-being and the welfare of the other person. Okay, very important. See, that friendly attitude, compassionate thoughts, compassionate words, compassionate actions, okay, and constructive thoughts, as Bhagavan says, constructive thoughts, consoling words, and compassionate actions. Okay, that attitude behind that, those three, that becomes Maitreya. So, Dhana, Mana, Maitreya. So these three are very important. Okay, so with that attitude, Abhinnena, Abhinnena means without any differences, without any prejudices, without any likes or dislikes, with an equal-mindedness. Slowly we will develop. Equal-mindedness is a big word, but the moment I tell myself the same Bhagavan is present there, same Bhagavan is present there, keep on practicing that, it will become easier. Then Abhinnena Chakshusha Arhayete. Chaksha means with that mindset, with that vision. Okay, Arhayete, I must worship, I must do my worship. So this is the beginning of Bhakti Yogam. So I must do it. Bhuta Atmanam Sarva Bhuteshu Bhutatmanam Kritalayam. That beginning, that entity, how should I worship? With Dhana, Mana, Maitreya, Abhinnena. This, if I do it this way, that Chakshusha, with that vision, with that approach and attitude, I must worship. Love all, serve all. Help ever, hurt never. As Swami says, that captures. This is beautiful. Atamam sarva bhuteshu bhutatmanam kritalayam arhaye dhanamanabhyam maitreya abhinnena chakshusha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Santit Santit Santihi. Harihi Om.